Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Obviously, the holidays are coming up here, and that means that the devs are trying to sort of scramble to get all the priority fixes and updates out for MW3 and Warzone. And with that, we've actually seen a couple of new updates over the past few days, both recognizing some big things that they're going to be fixing here in the near future, but also already updating some things in-game, some surprise weapon changes, and then also previewing some other big Gunsmith updates to come as well. So lots to break down today as we get into it. If you enjoy the video, do me a favor, drop a like on it. Really do appreciate anyone who takes the time to do so. And of course, if you're new here or you simply have not subscribed yet, every single day I'm your one-stop shop for news, updates, patch notes, meta breakdowns. Everything going on in COD is right here, so feel free to hit that subscribe button to guarantee you're always up to date. But we're actually starting here first over on Reddit, because Sledgehammer sort of discreetly has previewed a couple of big upcoming updates and also some things that have secretly changed in the background as well. So initially, this was posted a few days back by Mitchell over on Reddit, talking about various different broken elements of the Gunsmith. Right now in game, there's a lot of attachments that you just straight up can't unlock or are bugged. They're completely glitched and inaccessible. And Mitchell actually went through and collected all the ones that you should be able to have unlocked just by max leveling every gun in the game, but they don't work. This includes the FRL3 heavy barrel on the Ram 7, the full stop barrel on the Ram 7, the factory barrel on the XRK Stalker, no stock on the Stalker as well, which they actually have recognized on their Trello board, the Mammoth 50 suppressor on the Cat, the Jack BFB on the Swarm for the muzzles, then the Wraith Tracer on the MCW 6.8. There's also no ways to currently unlock the Rhino Reflex optic, the X10 Intellis AS7 optic for some situations, and then the Zeman 35 compensator. Now, Sledgehammer also, he ends up adding in the Crown 30 barrel for the MCW 6.8 with broken stats, but Sledgehammer actually responded directly to this, confirming some pretty important things. So if we scroll down through the comments, we're going to end up finding this post from SHG. Thanks for taking the time to compile this. Confirmed that we are tracking all of these issues. So all these various different broken attachments and everything going on with the Gunsmith that should be unlocked that is not currently, they are well aware of, and this Gunsmith update will happen at some point here in the coming days. It might end up fixing, everything that's listed on this, specific list here. All these attachments might be instantly fixed like that. It might be one or two at a time that we're just not too sure of, but they are well aware of all the broken attachments currently, so that's some good news there. We also have this update as well. Solid proof that revenge spawns are ramped up right at the moment, and there's a clip of them just getting spawned behind it, insta dying. Revenge spawns are super obnoxious, but Sledgehammer also responded directly to this by saying, we're aware of an issue causing unfavorable spawns on Rust specific to TDM kill confirmed hardpoint after the latest update. On Friday, we pulled these map and mode combinations from the Rustment 24/7 and quick play playlists until we can release a fix. So if you're wondering why certain modes are not appearing there, it is because they are trying to go through and actually fully fix the spawns so that you're not getting crazy situations where the game is basically just saying, yeah, your time's up, and spawning somebody right behind you. So it's nice to see that Sledgehammer's sort of taking the approach this year of, hey, if something's super broken and this is an element of gameplay that is just busted, we're just going to remove it until we can fix it, rather than, hey, we know it's annoying, we're working on a fix, guys, and then, a week later, still not fixed because it takes some time. A week and a half later, it finally gets updated. It's like, wow, that was a frustrating week and a half. They're just going outright and saying, you know what, we'll just disable it for now. Once it's fully fixed and we know it's not a problem, then we'll re-add it back in. I love that that's the way they're going about things, because it does help update things and fix things really quickly. And speaking of fixing things really quickly, this is one of the major meta updates as a part of this new sort of mini update that went live. They posted this yesterday afternoon. A new update is live for Warzone. We've deployed an update to disable the use of the Maelstrom dual trigger attachment on the Lockwood 300 shotgun in public playlists. It'll remain visible in Gunsmith, but will not be usable in a match. So this is a big one. Obviously, we've had a couple of broken weapons so far. The Bass B got nerfed to balance it out some. The MTZ Interceptor got nerfed to balance it out some. Still very good, but balanced a little bit more. And then the snake shots broke, and those were crazy good. And then they went through and disabled the snake shot ammo there, so you couldn't actually use those. And then the Lockwood 300 surfaced as a one-shot shotgun within 10 meters, which was not intended, and you got that by using the Maelstrom dual trigger. So they've now gone through and completely removed this from the game and said, okay, again, it's broken. We're probably not going to have time to balance this before the holiday break. We'll just disable it, and then once we have a balance for it, we'll add it back in. in. Now, as they state, I got a lot of confusion about this, especially with like the snake shots. You can still put on the dual trigger and you can still put on the snake shot ammo on your loadout on the menu. However, the second you load into a public match of Warzone, it's only going to give you 4 attachments on your gun. You're not going to have the dual trigger. You're not going to have snake shot ammo. So like for instance, with the Lockwood 300, if you go to shoot it now, it's going to be 2 shots to actually empty it and not 1 like what the dual trigger would do. So this is a huge update, again, sort of fixing the close range meta in general and balancing it out some, so we don't have a crazy broken one-shot gun that if you run into, you're probably just not going to be able to win unless you also have said one-shot gun and get a shot off first, right? So definitely a really positive update there. Nice to see that they were very quick with this to balance things out. And then another big update they posted here, MW3 multiplayer, but this also would apply just in general. We're investigating an issue preventing the Stormender's priceless camo challenge from tracking progress towards completion. Seen a lot of question, a lot of concern about this. Hey, I'm trying to get, you know, my mastery camos on the Stormender, which if that's the case for you, I applaud your effort because I don't even want to look at this thing. It's a terrible gun in general, super annoying to use, but gimmicky obviously as well. But there's been a lot of concern. Hey, I can't get any progress on the priceless camo. You know what's up with that? They have now officially recognized this. It's on the Trello board, so they're investigating this. We may see like a little quick surprise update to fix this in the coming days, but I imagine this is probably on their list of things to do, you know, throughout the holiday break as they come back from that in early 2024, but they have acknowledged it here. And then while it's technically unofficially acknowledged, I do want to talk about a little bit about the event tab because I see you guys commenting about this a ton, especially now that the Codmas event is out, saying, hey, where is my event tab? Unfortunately, this is bugged for a lot of players. It's been bugged for like a week plus because the Dune event obviously started last week, and that's when players started to notice, hey, wait a minute, I don't actually have an event tab. What's going on here? So there is currently a glitch where your event tab will not show up. This happens across all platforms. However, I do want to make it important to note that they are aware that the event tab is not showing up for players, so they are investigating that, I've heard. But when it comes to the actual challenges, like for instance, for Santa's Sleigh Grounds, you can still track all of these challenges even though your event tab does not show up. So obviously there's a bunch of different challenges for multiplayer, for zombies, for Warzone as well. I would highly recommend, you know, just simply googling a list of all the challenges, or if you want to check out yesterday's video when we went over the update itself, I went over all of them in that video in specific. But I just get yourself a list of all the different challenges that there are so you can like track them personally and manually, rather than having to rely on the in-game tab, since obviously that doesn't exist. But if you're trying to go for the ugliest sweater blueprint, which I won't lie is not the craziest blueprint, the camo is all right, but it's just a blueprint, not a universal camo, so that's a bit of a bummer. But if you're trying to go for this and complete this event, even if you don't have the tab, you can still work towards it. So that is something to take note of. I see a lot of people saying, well, hey, I can't even do the event because I don't see it. You can still track progress. It's just super annoying that you can't actually see it in game. And then lastly, for today's weapon update, we did see a new aftermarket update go out with the new weekly challenges, and this week it's for the Jack Beholder rifle kit, which basically turns the Magnum or the tier into the Outlaw from Black Ops 4. I'm really curious to see if this is going to be like a busted sort of like marksman sniper meta, or if it's not going to be like a one shot in any noticeable range. It could potentially have the chance to be really good though. And so for this, you have to complete any 5 challenges from week 3, obviously between multiplayer, zombies, and battle royale. So you can mix and match these as much as you want. For multiplayer, it's even pretty straightforward. Get 25 operator assists with a recommended weapon, so you just can't get the kill. That one's a little bit more tedious. Get 15 operator kills with a recommended weapon after having recently swapped weapons. Get 30 operator kills with a silenced recommended SMG. That's super easy. I'm bumping all the wrong buttons here. Get 5 operator long shot kills with the Rival 9. You'll want to be in hardcore for that one. Get 25 headshot kills with a recommended SMG. So you can do a lot of these at the same time. If you use a Rival 9, you could get silenced kills and headshot kills and your long shots all done at once. 30 operator kills with the Rival 9. Again, you could do that one as well. And then get 25 operator kills while aiming down sights with the recommended SMG. You could do 5 of these in one go with one gun, basically, if you were super efficient there. So definitely, you know, take note of that if you're trying to optimize things. For zombies, complete 10 contracts. You could do that in one game. Get 3 disciple kills with a recommended weapon, 300 kills with a silenced recommended SMG, 300 pack-a-punch kills with the Rival 9, 300 critical kills with an SMG, get 300 kills with the Rival 9, 300 kills while aiming down sights with an SMG. So if you brought the Rival 9 in as your insured gun, again, you could do all of this in one game if you really wanted to. And then for Battle Royale, these ones are a little bit more, ambiguous. They're pretty straightforward at the same time, though, but just because they're so broad that it's not too difficult. So get 10 operator kills in the Northwest region, get 10 operator kills in the Southern region, complete 15 contracts, open 50 caches, get 10 operator kills in the Central region, get 10 operator kills in the Eastern region. So it's basically just straightforward kill ones. I think zombies is probably going to be the easiest this week, but of course, if you're a free-to-play player, these ones are not too difficult for Warzone. You could do this in Plunder as well, keep in mind, so you can just sort of spam kills or spam contracts there if you're really trying to knock these out. But that'll be our new aftermarket update for this week. Kind of surprised no tacky evolver here because that was teased on the preview images. Perhaps that ends up dropping next week on Wednesday, obviously, when the week 4 challenges are live. We'll have to wait and see for that. But that being said, that is going to wrap things up for this one. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, drop a like on it. And if you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.